All right, so I'm here with William Tucker, who's going to share his experience with Command Your Brands.
Yes, my name is William Tucker. I'm the co-founder of Charity United, which is a charity that works with children in slums around the world in order to improve their lives and primarily at this point provide them education.
Cool. And why did you come to Command Your Brand Media?
I came to Command Your Brand Media because I needed a company with the expertise to help me get my message out, right? And I'd actually checked out many different PR companies, even tried a few. Yeah, they just did not end up really knowing their field. It was just a lot of hype without the product.
Yeah. And what was your experience with the onboarding process? What was that like?
Okay, with the onboarding process of Command Your Brand, I found they made it extremely easy to understand, right? And also they just took you through it step by step. And, they help you work out what your market position is or what your PR position is, right? So I consider myself the most boring person to talk about, right? I know other people tell me otherwise, but talking about myself is just hard for me and quite frankly, uninteresting, right?
Yeah.
I'm much more interested in like, hey, what's going on with you or what's going on out there? But to get a PR position, you have to work that out. And that was like really helpful in the onboarding process that Command Your Brand was there to actually help me work out, okay, how do I talk about myself and how do I position myself, right? So I don't feel like a fool.
Yeah. Awesome. And what value did you receive in your onboarding process? Like, what did you get from that?
Okay, well, the value received in the onboarding process really was figuring out how to position myself, how to talk about myself. Okay. And what do others want to know about? Because I can talk and educate on many different subjects, but how to position myself was it was the hardest thing. It's the one thing I couldn't do. Okay. So the help I got from Command Your Brand, figuring out how to position myself, I would say that was invaluable.
That's great, man. I like that. And how was your experience working with the PR team?
Okay, my experience working with the PR team of Command Your Brand was extremely smooth. Okay, and I say that I had a marketing company myself in the past, right? So it's not like I'm unfamiliar with the subject. But how professional the staff were and how they're just there to guide you through every single step of the way, right? Where they actually do the work and you're not ending up doing the work for your PR team or marketing team, right? They actually pull you through. And maybe this sounds crazy, but it's actually the hardest thing, right? To get a smooth PR position or marketing position. And I found that usually you really have to explain, the company you work with, this and this and this and this, and this is how I want to be positioned. And it's the first time that I've actually had a company pull me through and really go, okay, look at this factor, look at that factor. So that was extremely helpful.
Awesome. And who did your podcast? Who booked you?
Rebecca did all my podcasts and she was just amazing. Just really a pleasure to work with. All right. No added time. It was just like, here's your appointment. Here's, everything prepared. Do you need anything else? Always there for you. Just really one of the smoothest experiences I've ever had in my life.
Yes, it definitely is, for sure. And what results did the program create in your business?
So, there was, several factors, that should be taken into consideration. First, I really actually figured out, what my PR position should be, right? And it's easier to do it for somebody else than it is to do it for yourself, right? So as a result of all of this, I really figured out, okay, what's my niche? Where am I? What am I tackling? And how to present myself. So that all by itself has been, an immense help, right? Because it really paved that future route of where am I going, Secondly, I'm really starting to be seen as an expert in my field, and Command Your Brand Media has helped, me get that position, right? It's now I find out that people know about me that I had no clue they knew about me, right? I get on the backstories. It's quite surprising, actually. Where like, oh yeah, there is this guy over there, such and such, so and so. I'm like, hey, they're talking about me.
That's very cool. You're like someone who like people don't, they never knew it was a niche, but then now it's like a niche now. It's like, wow, okay, now I'm the one person who's in that niche, which is really amazing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great.
exactly.
Cool. And how did appearing on podcasts help your messaging?
I think it helped a lot, right? It also, the way Command Your Brand Media took me through it, it also just gave me the experience needed on how to properly, present myself, but also what is the exact message I'm delivering, right? And this is also part of the onboarding process,
Mhm.
right? Of like actually figuring out what is the message you're pushing, so you're not randomly talking anymore, and you get a focused PR image.
Very interesting. I like that. That's very cool. And did we book a dream show for you?
Um, how should I say that? A dream show, right? You booked the right shows, okay? Because I didn't have what a dream show is personally, okay? This was my first foray into this field, and I will just say that for me, it was the right service with the right shows that allowed me to discover myself and to figure out what my message was, right? All the shows were correct, right? They were but I didn't know what it was when I started, right? Because I'd always been flying blind, right?
Yeah,
So that's how I'd like to answer that question.
no problem. Okay, good. Is there anything you would like to communicate in your experience working with Command Your Brand Media?
Okay. Well, I'll just tell this to anybody else. If you're considering working with Command Your Brand, do it. Why? They know what they're doing. They guide you through. It's been an incredibly pleasurable experience. And it just brought me to the next stage. Okay. So if you're looking for a team that knows what they're doing, they are that team.
Awesome. And would you recommend Command Your Brands?
Absolutely, I would recommend Command Your Brand.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you very much, William. It was a pleasure and it was great having you.
All right.
All right, cool. Yeah.